Okay, welcome to Thursday night. Thursday night. Look at me. I'm way ahead of myself today. I'm getting old. But welcome to Krave Cornhole here on Monday night. We're down here with Scotty Gore as our director, and we're having our Monday night tournament tonight. This is Mickey Cook and Dewey Smith on the lower boards, and we have Alex and Keith Wilkerson on the upper boards, who you see talking now. And they're just doing a grudge match is all this is right here. This is nothing, pertaining to the tournament as of yet. Who knows? These men could team up. You don't never know how it's going to be picked and come out, but they're just having a little practice warm-up. It's called a grudge match. Right now, Dewey and Alex has Mickey and Keith Wilkerson 4-0. Keith might be able to score some points here on Alex this time around, and I think he did. I think he scored like 5. So we got Mickey Cook. Well, no, he scored 4. So we got Mickey Cook throwing against Dewey Smith. Mickey's in with his first bag. There's Dewey. He sets up a level 1 block. Mickey tries to go around it, skids off to the left and off the board. Dewey goes to the left of it. That bag can be pushed out of play. Mickey pushes it up and trying to take it on out of play. Dewey goes in. Mickey goes in with that next bag and knocks the bag in, but sets up right on the outside of the hole, so it's a possibility. I'm doing good, bro. What's up? Hey, Leanne. I didn't even know you was here. You brought him. Come here. They're working on their down and back right now. We got Bryant Goodwin and Colby Davis facing Wesley Hartzell and Susan Jones. So this could be an interesting match. They do the spin. They ready to go. They firing off down on this end here. So we got Bryant Goodwin. Wesley Hartzell is first. Wesley's first bag is off to the left just a little bit. Bryant's up. He's off to the right. But both of those bags are in lanes. They are playable. But they've both blocked each other. Pushed each other's bag out of play. Here they go. They playing dilly-dally around the hole right now. There's Brian. He knocks 2 bags in. Wesley knocks 2 bags in. Let's see what Brian will do here. And Brian goes in. So I think Colby's in with his first bag. Susan's in with hers. Colby's up and he goes around the hole and goes to the back of the board. Susan goes in. Colby's off to the right just a little bit, but that bag is still in play. Oh, and Susan knocks one of Colby's bags off the back of the board. Colby hits that bag trying to drag it and goes to the back. Susan goes in. It's going to be a 7-on-5, giving up 2 points right there. So we have Wesley throwing against Bryant Goodwin. Do what? Yeah. It was 10-on-5. Bryant throws up a level 2 block in front of Wesley. Wesley's got one bag sitting in the hole. He goes up for airmail and hits the airmail, almost drags the other bag. Bryant goes up. He pushes that bag in and knocks Wesley's in. Wesley goes around Bryant's bag and goes in. Bryant's up for a drag and drags it in. It's 12-12, and we have a social. Here we go. Susan has first bag. Her first bag's in. Colby's first bag's in. Susan's in. Colby's off to the left. That bag's going to be out of place. Going to give Susan an opportunity to score again. Colby's up. He's off to the right. This could be a time. Oh, and she goes off to the right. Piles up on top of Colby's bag. Colby's go to the right. Wesley has first bag again. 9-on-3 right now in favor of Wesley Hartzell and Susan Jones. Wesley was in with his first bag. Bryant sets up a level 1 block. Wesley goes up. He tries to go in with that bag, but goes off to the right. But that bag still ain't out of play. Brian Goodwin goes to the left. Wesley goes up. He tries to go behind Bryant's bag. Bryant throws that bag up and drags his first bag in, but he's still got a bag sitting on the right. Now Wesley has 2 bags on the left. Wesley's up. He's in with that last bag, making it an 8 for himself. Bryant's up. He goes in behind Wesley, and it's going to be an 8-8 wash. So here we go. Susan's first bag. Oh, it's off and to the left of the board. Colby goes up. He's off to the right. Ooh, Susan goes a little hard. It goes off, and Colby goes a little hard. It goes off to the left. Susan goes up. She goes a little hard again. Colby goes up. He's got a wall behind the hole, so he don't have to worry about how hard he throws that bag right now. All right, it's 7-on-5. So Colby and Bryant finally move. So now it's going to be 5-9. So here we go. We have Bryant Goodwin up, better known as the Cut God. He's in with his first bag. Wesley's up and he's over to the right. He tries to do a layup block and ends up going just a little bit too far to the right. Bryant's in with his second bag. Wesley's off to the right again. That bag's got a wall on the right hand side of it. He'll be able to drag that bag pretty easy. Ooh, he drags it just a little closer. He didn't get enough of it to take it in, but he's still got one bag left. Hey, buddy. Here's Bryant. Bryant goes up. He goes off to the left, and he's in for a 10. 10 on 8, giving them 2 more points, making the score now 7-9. Or 9-7. Kobe's up. He's off to the left just a little bit in Susan's lane. Susan goes up a little bit hard and goes off the board. Kobe goes a little harder and goes up the board, goes off. Susan drags both of the bags in, cleaning it up. Kobe goes in. Susan's off to the left and off the back of the board again. Kobe's off and in. Susan's in with her last bag, making it a 6-9. Bryant Goodwin's up with his first bag and it's in. Wesley's over and he's over to the right, but that bag's a quarter of the way in. It's going to fall. Bryant tries to go by and goes to the left just a little bit too far. Wesley bullies that bag up. Bryant throws up. He tightens the bags up just a little bit. Wesley goes up. He hits them. They all fall. Ooh. Bryant goes to the left just a little bit, leaving the right-hand side open. Wesley knocks Bryant's bag in. It goes off of the board with his bag, giving up some points there. Making it 11-9 now. And we have a lead change. Kobe's in with his first bag. Susan's in with her first bag. Kobe's in. Susan's in. Kobe's over to the right just a little bit. Susan steps out to the left. Oh, she throws it, but she hits the bag. She would have played the bag, but she hit it just a little bit too hard, and it skipped over the hole. Kobe stepping out. He's going to try to drag this bag. Oh, and he does. What a good shot Kobe just done. Susan's in for a 10. Kobe's in for a 12. So the score now is 13-9. Bryant Goodwin's in with his first bag. Wesley's in. Bryant's in. Wesley's in. Bryant's a little bit short. He was trying to throw a block and ends up going just a little bit short. Wesley goes up, goes to the back of the board, just a little to the right-hand side. Bryant's up. He sticks on the backhand side up against Wesley's bag. Now, let's see if Wesley's going to... Yep, he goes in without Bryant, making it a 10-8. Score now is going to be 11-13. This is a pretty good game right here, everybody. Hey, thank you, Spencer. Kobe's off to the right. Susan was in. Kobe's trying to drag that bag. Susan goes up. She's in. She pushes that bag in. Her bag goes to the left. Kobe's up. He's to the left, to the right, rather. Now, Susan's stepping out just a little bit. She goes up for a hard shot. She was trying to do an airmail, but ends up knocking one of Kobe's bags in. Kobe goes off the board. It's going to be a 7-7 wash.
The hack was Matthew Salt and John Perez. Those 4 people have free entry this Thursday. If you can come. If you can't come, please let us know.
What is this about? I did too. All right, Wesley's off. He's off to the left just a little bit with that first bag. Bryant's off to the left with his first bag. Here goes Wesley. His second bag is in. Bryant goes in with his second bag. Wesley's up. He's off to the left again with that third bag. Bryant's off to the right. Now he's kind of in Wesley's lane, so Wesley can actually bully this bag out of the lane. So here we go. Wesley bullies it up just a little bit. I think it's going to be out of Brian's reach, you know, so best thing he could do is just go in and wash it out, making it 8 on 8. So now we have Colby and Susan throwing back down. Susan was a little bit confused there. Susan's in with her first bag. Colby's in. Susan follows. Colby follows. Susan's off to the back of the board. Colby's in, making it a 9 on 6. Susan's up. She's in for a 9. Colby's in for a 12. So now it's going to be 16 to 11. Favor Bryant Goodwin, Colby Davis. Bryant's up. He's in with his first bag. Wesley's up and he goes off to the left, and that bag is going to be out of play. Bryant throws a level 2 block up in front of Wesley. It's in Wesley's lane. Now let's see if Wesley will go around this bag. Oh, that was his intentions, but he went just a little bit too far to the left. See if Bryant tries to drag this bag. He drags it up a little bit further, but his bag pushes it too far to the right. He might not be able to get this bag on this last throw. We'll see where Wesley positions it. Oh, Wesley positioned his bag right behind Bryant's bag, giving him a wall on the right-hand side of that bag that he's got sitting there in front of the hole. Oh, he pushes too hard up and he knocks his bag. It goes off the back of the board, but I think he took one of Wesley's bags too. Here we go. Colby has first bag. Colby's up. He's off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Susan's up. She's off to the left. Her bag's out of play. They both go up the middle. Both play. Colby's off of his bag and in the hole. Susan's in. Colby's in. Susan's in for a 10 on 10. Susan saying, I can't keep up with you, Colby. Bryant's off to the left with that first bag. Now that bag's in his lane, but Wesley throws right behind it, pushing it, trying to push it out of the lane. Bryant goes up behind Wesley's bag. Now Wesley's got a lane on the right-hand side, but he's got to make a cut shot or an airmail to make this bag. Oh, he pushes a hard shot, pushes up the middle, pushes Bryant's bag in, and his bag goes off the back of the board. And Bryant goes off to the left again. He gives Wesley another opportunity for an airmail, but he misses. But the bag's still on the board. Bryant pushes hard up on the left-hand side. And right now it's 6-on-2. Wesley's got to make this bag in order to stay in the game, to stay live. To stay alive, he's got to make a shot and possibly drag a bag. It's 6-on-2, ain't it? Because I think did he push? I know, but I thought he had a bag on the other side, on the left-hand side, that's pinched between those two bags right there. Let's see when she moves them. Yeah. No, he didn't. That bag was still sitting there. Yeah. So he was trying to drag that other bag in, but you couldn't really see that bag that was between the two bags that was sitting there on the board. 6-on-7. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought it would have been. Yeah. Yeah. Wood. Yeah. It ain't no more. I got to get one of these hooked up here. So I missed you, Dewey, over the weekend. Didn't get the opportunity to catch up with you. You was out, had to work, so I hate that for you. But we got to make a living. I used to do that. Long time ago. All right, Dewey, good luck. You are the one. Okay, our next match coming up is Colby Davis and Bryant Goodwin once again. They're going to be playing Zoe and Austin Kuras. I think his name is actually Seisu. No, Larry Tribune. I am not no Frank Sinatra. I love Frank, though. I love his music, his songs. Some of them he's come out with back years ago. Yes, there's a lot of... Listen, there's some good competition here, so they are... It is sometimes a little bit of pressure on your players. But one thing about it, some of these guys, they take the pressure pretty good, and they keep right on tossing them bags. They don't give up, I'll tell you that right now. You're not going to come down here and get a handout, I'll tell you that, just because you don't know how to play. You can bet one thing, if you hang around long enough down here at Krave Cornhole, you will learn to play, and you will get better. So we invite any of you guys down here that want to get into this game, this sport that... we call cornhole. It is a good family-oriented sport, very family-friendly. The people are regular people, just like, they family. They have families. Some don't have families that live around here. Some do. But, it's so family-oriented, you can't help but have a good time down here. And we thank our sponsors also. We got Wesley Hartzell, which is the owner and operator, him and his brother, of Hartzell's Garage Door and Company. We got Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills, Bag Junkies, Headlights Are Us, home of Krave Cornhole, Bridges Corp, Angie's Pressure Washing, give these folks a call. You can write their name down, look them up on Facebook, find out their information, get their numbers. We're located down here in Concord, North Carolina. We're at 120 Church Street Northeast in Concord. Come down, it's right off of the little main strip up through the back side of town. You can come up and you ain't no way you can miss the building. All right, so we got 2-0 on this game right here that we've got. Say Sue and Austin have 2 points against Colby and Bryant Goodwin. Colby throws that bag to the left, plumb off to the board. So here we go. We got Bryant Goodwin. He's up first. He throws his first bag in. So he's in with his first bag. Say Sue. Bryant's off to the left just a little bit. That bag's hanging right there on the edge of the blue zone. So Seisu goes to the left and sets up right behind that bag, causing Bryant not to be able to get to it. Then Bryant throws a bag to the right. Seisu goes up the middle and drags his own bag in, leaving Bryant's 2 bags split. But now Bryant has an opportunity. He can step out, and he does, and he steps out. He goes right up the middle, pushes up against Seisu's bag. Seisu's up with an airmail, making it a 12-on-6. What a beautiful shot for Seisu. What an airmail. That's what I'm talking about, folks. These guys down here, they play with their heart. They come to play. Austin's in with his first bag. Colby's off to the left just a little bit. He's in Austin's lane. Then Colby goes in. Austin goes off the back of the board. Austin's in with that third bag. Colby's in with his third bag. Austin's in with his fourth bag, making it a 9-on-10. Colby gets one. So here we go. Bryant Goodwin has first bag. His first bag's off to the left just a little bit. It's still hanging in the edge of the blue zone. Seisu goes up, and he's sitting in front with his level 1 block. Bryant goes up, knocks Seisu's bag in, and sets up as a replacement bag. Now Seisu's kindly to the right. Now Bryant could push this bag out just a little bit, but instead he goes just a little bit to the left. I think he was trying to go easy. Seisu goes in. He just about drags that other bag on the right-hand side. Bryant Goodwin stepping out. He goes up. He pushes up against that bag. He's got 3 on and 1 in, making it a 6-on-7. Only giving up 1 point, which that was good. Only cost him 1. He got out lucky that time. Austin's off to the left, but that bag's in the hole. Colby drags it in and goes in with it. But Austin goes to the right. He's in Colby's lane. Colby hits that bag and goes around it. Austin goes to the left and goes off the back of the board. Colby goes to the left and goes off the back of the board. Austin goes up. He goes in for a 7. Colby goes in for a 9. So here we go. Bryant Goodwin has first bag. He's going to be throwing back up. His first bag's off to the right. That's in Seisu's lane. Seisu goes up, pushes up against Bryant's bag. Bryant goes up, pushes up against Seisu, kindly to the middle of the board now. Seisu goes up, bringing Bryant's bag out just a little bit, leaving Bryant an opportunity to push up the middle. There he goes, and he pushes up the middle and takes 2 bags in. Now, Seisu He goes up, he knocks one of his bags in, but he still has a bag off to the right here. Bryant goes off to the left. He's got an 8. Say Sue goes up. He hits the back of he hits the hole just a little bit too hard and goes to the back of the board, giving up 2 more points. Here goes Kobe. He has first bag. First bag's in for Kobe. First bag's in for Austin. Kobe follows. Austin goes in. Kobe follows. Austin goes off to the right. He's to the corner. Kobe goes up. He's off to the right also. But he's in his lane and he don't have no more bags. And here goes Austin. He goes up and goes off to the right and he gives up 2 more points. All right, here goes Bryant. His first bag. He's up. He's off to the right. He's got a diamond block on Seisu. Seisu goes up. He pushes that bag and goes around it. He pushes it up a little bit further. Bryant goes up. He pushes up behind it. He sets up a level 1 block. Seisu sets up behind Bryant's bag. Now he's got a double block. He's got a single block, but Bryant has 2 bags sitting there in the hole. He goes up for an airmail and misses. Seisu goes up. He was trying to push that bag just a little bit around and ends up going to the left just a little bit further than he wanted to. Goes Bryant. He goes up for another airmail. He's missed 2 airmails so far. Seisu goes up, sets it on the board for a 6. 6 on 2. Making it 13-8 now. Favor Seisu and Austin. Austin has first bag. Austin's up. He's off to the right. He sets up a level 3 block for Kobe. Kobe goes up behind it, but Kobe's bag kind of goes to the left of it just a little bit. Kobe goes up with a hard push and ends up going off the back of the board. Austin pushes Kobe's bag up. He's sitting in the center of the board. Kobe goes up for an airmail and hits it. Beautiful shot. Austin goes up for a roll. Kobe goes up for another airmail, knocks the bag in, making it a 6 on 4. He only got 2 points, but at least he scored. Here goes Bryant. He's up. He has the first bag. His first bag is in. Seisu, his first bag is in. Bryant's off to the right. He's in the blue zone, but it's on Seisu's lane. Seisu goes up for a level 1 block, diamond block. Bryant goes up, pushes up behind it, and kind of to the right of it. Seisu pushes that bag in. Now it's going to be hard to get this other bag in, one of these bags in, so he don't even try. He just goes in, making it an 8. 8 on 12, giving up 4 points, making it 17-10 now. Austin goes up. He sets up a level 4 block on the right hand side, but it's totally out of and Kobe does a side by side almost. Austin goes up. He misses that. He hits Kobe's bag, goes off. Kobe does another low shot. He's got 2 blocks sitting down here at the bottom of the board. Kobe's in. Making it 13-17 now. So here we go. Bryant Goodwin has first bag. He's off to the left just a little bit. Now that bag's in his lane. He can drag that bag if Soy don't push it over. Soy goes over to the right just a little bit. He's on the edge. Bryant goes in with his second bag. Sue goes in with his second bag. Bryant goes up. He's trying to drag that bag, and he goes off to the left just a little bit. Bryant goes up, and he's in for a 8. So he's in for a 10. Here's Austin. His first bag is up. He sets up a level 1 shark fin. Colby pushes it in and goes in. He goes off to the right just a little bit, but he can grab this bag. It's in his lane. Oh, he tries to go up and grab the corner of that bag. Austin goes off to the left. His bag's out of play. Colby goes up with a hard push. It ends up pushing that bag off to the right. Austin goes off to the left just a little bit again. Now Colby has an opportunity here. Oh, and he does an N1 on himself. So now we got Jeffrey Russian and John Perez coming up against Bryant Goodwin and Colby Davis. Colby, y'all back up. Ain't that crazy? Ooh. Thank you, everybody, for the comments that you've been sending in. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Larry Tribune. Miss you and Emma. Thank you, Spencer Matlock. We thank you for the comment. Mr. Larry's out talking all of you guys. I don't know why you're not talking no more than what you are. You more than welcome. Randy Norris, Colby. Shout out to Colby Davis. They're doing their down and backs right now. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you asking. Randy Norris said, let's go, Colby. All right, we got John Perez. He throws first bag. It's off to the right. Bryant Goodwin's up and in with his first bag. Perez goes off to the left with his next bag. Bryant Goodwin's up to center with his bag. Perez goes off to the right. I think they just doing a down and back right now. I think that's what this is right here. And it is. I think Colby and Jeffrey Russian is going to start this tournament, this game off. I'm trying to say tournament and game, but it is a tournament, but this is a game. So Colby's up with his first bag, and it goes in. Jeff's up. He goes up, sets up a level 1 block. Colby goes in for airmail, dragging Jeff's bag in with him. Jeff's up. He sets up another level 1 block. Colby pushes that bag in and goes in with it. Jeff's up. He goes a little hard. It goes to spins to the back of the board. Kobe tries to end one. It ends up going in, but he didn't knock Jeff's bag off, but it's still going to be 4 points for Kobe and Bryant Goodwin. So evidently they scored some points I didn't see. Bryant's off to the left. Now that bag's still hanging in the blue zone. He can grab that bag. Perez is off the board completely to the left. Bryant's in. He's pushing up in the center of the board. Perez pushes up against Bryant's bag. Now here's Bryant's opportunity here. Now he can do a roll cut shot. Oh, he takes one bag with him. He drags two bags of his in and one of Perez's. Perez goes off to the right and off of the board. Again, Bryant tries an airmail. He hits the bag, but it stays on right at the edge of the hole. Don't fall, so it's a 10-on-4. Looks like this might be a quick game. Kobe's in with his first bag. Rushing off to the left and off of the board. Kobe's in with his second bag. Rushing's in with his second bag. Kobe's in with his third bag. Rushing's off to the right with his third bag. Kobe's in with his fourth bag. So it's going to be a 12-on-5, giving up 7 points. Going to make it 23-0, favor Kobe Davis and Bryant Goodwin. So now we got Landon Yao, Diana Edwards coming up against Bryant Goodwin and Kobe Davis. All right, so here we go.
Well, when he plays with me, he's got a thing against Edwards.
Kobe Davis is off to the right with his first bag off the board. Landon Yao went in with his first bag. Goes up and over the hole, the second bag. I think they're just doing their down and backs. Yeah, they just playing around. They're going to start it down here on this end. Sorry about that. I just got a little bit ahead of myself there. So here we go with the spin. It's on Bryant Goodwin, Kobe Davis. Bryant Goodwin, he's up for his first bag. His first bag's off to the right. It's at the corner of the board. Diane throws her first bag off to the left. It's hanging. Bryant goes in. Diane goes up. She sets up a block on the right-hand side of the hole. Bryant can go around it, but he ends up going to the back of the board. Diane goes up. She goes in with her next bag. Bryant goes up. He pushes up against Diane's bag, and Diane goes off to the right with her last bag, giving up 1 point. Kobe's up. He's off to the left with his first bag. Landon Yao is in. Kobe's in with his second bag. Landon's up. He sets up a level 3 block in front of Kobe in the middle of the board. And Kobe goes off with an air mail. Landon tries to grab that bag and pull it up a little bit closer, but bounces over it. Kobe goes up trying to do a cut shot, and ends up going to the right. Landon goes up and goes in. It's going to be 8 on 7, I'm sorry. Giving them 1 point. Is it 4 points? Oh, that's right. Kobe had a bag off the back of the board. All right, here's Diane. She's up first. She goes up. She's in with her first bag. Beautiful shot. Bryant's in with his first bag. Diane's up. She's off to the left. She's out of the lane. Bryant goes up the middle and in. Diane goes up the middle and in. Bryant's up. He's off to the right. Diane pushes up against his bag. Now she's setting up against that bag. It's going to be harder to drag. Ooh, and Brian drags that bag and goes to the back of the board with the other bag, making it a 10 on 8. So now we have Kobe with first bag. Kobe's off to the left. He's in Landon's lane, but it's out of play. Landon goes in. Kobe's in with his second bag. Landon's up. He goes off to the right. He's in Kobe's lane. Kobe goes up against that bag. Landon tries to go in with that next bag. Kobe goes off to the left with that bag. Oh, and Landon makes a good drag shot, making it a 10 on 5, giving Landon Yao and Diana Edwards 5 points, making the score now 9-3. So we have Diane here for the first bag. She's up. She's over to the left. She's in Bryant Goodwin's lane. That's a good level 1 block. Bryant goes up, pushes up against it. Oh, and Diane goes up. She hits that bag. She pulls it. She got it deeper set in the hole, so Bryant's not going to go in unless he takes that bag with her. She goes up. She takes 2 bags off on the left-hand side, but it's still 1-on-1. Bryant has a bag off. Now Bryant pushes Diane's bag in, leaving his bag up. Diane goes up for a level 3 block, and Bryant has to airmail this bag to get one, or a hard push. He goes up, and it's 4 on 3, giving Diane and Landon Yao 1 point. So Diane scored a point. Landon's up. He's off to the right. He's out of the lane. He goes around Colby's bag and goes in. Colby goes up, pushes his own bag in, and goes off to the left just a little bit out of play. He's got another bag out of play. Landon's in for a 10. Colby's up, and he hits a bag and knocks it off. It's 10 on 4. Uh-huh. Yeah. Diana's up. She's in the middle of the lane. In Bryant's lane, she's in the middle of the board with a level 3 block. Well, let's say that's 2.5. Bryant hits that bag just a little bit, turning it. Diana goes up and pushes off to the left of it. She's got a wall on the left-hand side of that bag. Bryant goes up. He puts a little bit more of a wall up. Diana goes up. She sits up behind her own bag. Now, they blocking the hole. Now, Bryant can go up for an airmail. Bryant does, and he misses. Diane goes up for a push and pushes up against him. So, it's 4 on 2 right now. Bryant goes up, and he almost drags one of the...
Give it 10 minutes.
Don't give it the...
Good job, honey.
Making it a 6 on 2. All right, so Landon Yao and Diana. Oh my God Almighty! Somebody called Mickey's phone about busting my eardrum. Landon's in. Colby's up with an airmail. Oh, Landon goes off to the right just a little bit. Colby's trying to see what he can do here. Oh, and Colby goes in for the airmail. It's still going to be 8 on 7. And Diane and Landon Yao are going to take Colby Davis and Bryant Goodwin down. So now we got... Good game, Diana.
Thank you very much.
That was good. So we have Diana Edwards and Landon Yao back up against Amy Gore and Lee Edwards. So now we got Landon Yao, Diana Edwards throwing against Amy Gore and Lee Edwards. Diana Edwards and Lee Edwards are husband and wife. They're throwing against each other right here. So this ought to be pretty comical right here, because I'm sure Lee's going to give some of these throws that he's going to make some thought. So they're doing their down and back right now.
Three more spots in the first sit and go.
Good, going home.
So here we go. We got Landon Yao, Amy Gore throwing up against each other. Amy was in with her first bag. She's on top of Landon's with that first bag. Landon's in with his next bag. Amy's in. Landon's in. Amy's in with her last bag. Landon's in with his last bag, making it a 10-10 wash. So now we have Lee and Diana throwing against each other. Lee's up. He's off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Diana is in with her first bag. Lee's off to the left with his next bag. Diana's up. She does a level one block right in front of the hole. Lee pushes up against it. Diana goes up. She goes to the left, but she's crunched Lee's bag between her bags. Lee pushes that bag in and pushes one of his own bags in and goes in. Diana goes in for two, making it a 10-on-6. Diana just outthrowed Lee Edwards. But hey, it's just the beginning of the game, so just relax and excuse me. Landon's up. He's off to the right with that first bag. He's in Amy's lane. Amy's up, goes around Landon's bag and goes in. Landon goes in with his next bag. Amy goes to the back of the board with that bag. Now that bag's hanging in the hole. Amy goes up. She pushes hard up against Landon's bag. Landon goes up for an airmail, drags one of Amy's bags with his bag. Amy could put it on the board for a wash, or she could try to go for an airmail and go in, but she goes to the right and stays on the board, making it an 8-8 wash. So here we go. We got Diana throwing against Lee again. Diana's up. She's off to the right, but the bag's on the board. Lee's off to the right behind her. Diana's up with her next bag. Goes off to the left, but he stays on the board. Lee's in with that bag. Diana goes to the front of the board and does a whoopsie. Lee goes off the back of the board with that next bag. Diana goes off the back of the board with that last bag of hers. Lee's in. It's a 7-on-2. So now Amy Gore and Lee Edwards have taken the lead. Amy Gore has first bag. Her first bag hits the bottom of the board and hangs at the bottom. Landon Yao goes in. Amy's up. She goes off to the right and goes off of the board. Landon's up with a level 1 block. Amy goes up, goes around Landon's bag, and that bag is going to go in of Amy's. Amy goes up, almost takes that bag. It moves just a little bit. Let's see if Landon can get around it. Nope, he can't do it. He goes, drags Amy's bag with his bag. Landon gets 3 points, making it 7-5 now. Here's Diana. She has first bag. Her first bag's up and off to the right. Now that bag's still playable. Lee's in with his next first bag of his. Diana goes up for a hard shot and goes off the back of the board. Lee's in with his second bag. Diana's in with her third bag. Lee's in with his third bag. Diana's up. She pushes off to the right just a little bit. Lee goes up. It's 10-5. So now we have a lead change. We got 10-7. So here we go. Amy Gore will have first bag. They have control of the boards right now. So she has first bag. First bag's off to the left just a little bit. It's in her lane, but it's out of play, I think. She goes up. She hits that bag, drags it a little bit closer. Landon goes up, grabbing his first bag and taking it in with him. Amy goes off the back of the board. Landon goes in with his third bag. It's 9-2 right now. 9-5. 12-5. Making the score 14-10. And we have another lead change. Ching. Lee has first bag. No, I'm sorry. Diana has first bag. She's off of the board. Lee's in with his first bag. Diana's off to right and off of the board. Lee's in with his second bag at 6-0 right now. She throws that bag pretty hard and goes and hits the front of the board on the stick side. Lee goes up trying to get that bag in. Diana goes up for a level 2 block. Lee's stepping out to the to the left. He's trying to pull that bag in. He's trying to make it a 12-2, makes it 10-2, giving them 8 points. So making the score now 18-10. Favor Lee Edwards and Amy Gore. Diana had a bad round right there, and Lee took advantage of it. Amy's up. She sets up a level 1 block right in front of the, well, actually that's a level 2 block, but it's set in front of the hole. It's in the diamond shape. Landon goes up. He tries to go around it. He ends up going to the back of the board. Amy goes up. She goes to the left of that bag. Landon goes up for a roll shot and goes off of the board. Amy goes up and goes in. Right now it's 5-1. Landon goes up, pushes up against Amy's bag right there, giving Amy an opportunity to use his bag, but Amy goes up, sits up. It's 3-6, giving up 3 points, and that's going to be it. 21-14. Amy Gore, Lee Edwards take Landon Yao and Diana Edwards down.
Sit and go sign up for the second sit and go. If you want to get in, first one's playing as we speak.
So we want to thank our sponsors once again. We have Hartzell's Garage Doors. We got Bust You Up Cornhole. We've got Kelly's Bars and Grills. We have Bag Junkies. Headlights Are Us. And we also have Bridges Corp and Angie's Pressure Washing. Folks, if you need any of these services, these are the folks that you can call. Local businesses. Keep your money in your local towns and cities and states. Support your local businesses as much as you possibly can. And we want to thank them for sponsoring these tournaments here at Krave. They are part of this organization down here. They sponsor some of the events and tournaments that's going on. We want to thank them very much for that. Support your community. That's a good way to look at this game. We play these tournaments. They not just sponsored by themselves. We have folks that sponsor tournaments and put on tournaments for benefits, for cancer patients, for dogs, for shelters and stuff like that, for the homeless. We've had tournaments down here for folks that are raising funds for supplies to supply the homeless with. So, and these things cost money, and everybody don't have $1 million, but these organizations get out here and they work and they try to help the people that's in the community. So we want to thank them guys and appreciate them and show them that you appreciate them by calling them if you have a garage door that needs to be fixed, if you have car parts that you need for your car, if you need headlights. Headlights Are Us here in Concord. Mickey Cook. Call these guys. Support them. And we thank them very much. Right now we have no game up over here on Court 1. So guess what? It's break time for me. I'm going to take a little small break, go to the washroom, and come back here in just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Please don't go away. Hang around. Come back. We got some more excitement coming up. I'm sure the games are going to get better as we go along. But thank you guys for tuning in and listening and being a part of this program tonight. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. So we have John McDufford, Jack Gore playing against Dewey Smith and Robert Frazier. John McDufford threw the first bag up. He set up a level 1 block. Now he has 2 bags. He's got 3 bags sitting in the hole now, in front of the hole. Now he has to hit them bags pretty hard to play anything. He just pushes up against them. It's 3 on 4. So here we go. We got Jacob Gore throwing against Dewey Smith. Jacob's in with his first bag. Dewey's off to the right with his first bag. That bag's going to be out of play. Jackson's in with his second bag. Dewey's in with his second bag. Jackson's in with his third bag. Dewey's up. He's off to the right again. Now Dewey can drag one of them bags. Jackson pulls it around just a little bit for him. Let's see if Dewey can grab this bag, and he does, making it a 10 on 12, only giving up 2 points. It was a good shot by Dewey Smith dragging that bag in, but Jackson moved it just a little bit around for him, so he was able to get to it a little bit easier. So here we go. We got John McDufford with first bag. His first bag is in. Frazier's first bag is off to the right. It's in John's lane. John goes past it and goes straight up the middle and goes in. Frazier goes in with his next bag. John's off to the left. Frazier's off to the left also. Now Frazier can step out and possibly get this bag. John goes up. He sets up to the right. Now Frazier has it. He goes in, making it an 8 on 8 wash. Score now is 3-0. Favor Jacob Gore and John McDufford. Jacob's off to the right, but he's setting in the hole. He's on Dewey's lane. Dewey goes in, dragging his bag with Jacob's. Jacob goes off to the left. Now Dewey goes around Jacob's bag. Now Jacob steps out just a little bit to the left. He tries to drag that bag, pull it in, but he misses it. Dewey sets up on the right-hand side of the hole. He's got a level 1 block. Jacob goes up. He pushes that bag back to the back, but he goes in with the bag. Dewey's stepping out to the right. He goes up. He throws just a little bit too hard on the slick side and goes to the left, leaving it a 10 on 8. So we have John McDufford right here. He's throwing back down. He's in with his first bag. Frazier's in with his first bag. John's off to the left with that second bag. Frazier's off to the right with his second bag. John's in with his third bag. Frazier's in with his third bag. John's up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Frazier goes up, sets up behind him, making it a wash, 8 on 8 wash. Jacob Gore has first bag. His first bag is in. Dewey's first bag is in. Jacob's off to the right. He's in Dewey's lane. Dewey can bully this bag over, but Dewey goes around it instead and goes in. Jacob tries to catch that corner and goes off just a little bit too far to the right. Dewey goes in for a 12. Jacob on the board for an 8. Score now is going to be 5-4. Favors Jacob and McDufford. Here's Frazier. He has first bag. Frazier's up. He's off to the left just a little bit. That bag still can be played. It's in his lane. John's up the middle and in. Goes Frazier. He sets up a level 1 block sitting right in the middle of the board. John goes up. Pushes up against Frazier's bag. Now Frazier can push that bag just a little bit further, and he don't push it no further up, but he lays up behind John's bag. John goes up behind Frazier's bag. Frazier goes up for a 4. John goes up. He hits the bag and he rolls the bag in. Now that's an unbelievable shot. I mean, you know, making it an 8-on-4. That was crazy. What a shot John McDufford just made. Jacobs in with his first bag. Dewey's in. Jacob sets up a level 1 block. Dewey sets up. He hits that bag and goes off to the left. Off of the board. Dewey goes in with his third bag. Jacobs already got. He's got a 12. 12 on 9. So now the score is going to be 12-4. Here we go. John McDufford have first bag. First bag is in. Frazier's first bag is off to the left. John's off to the right with that next bag. Frazier's in with his second bag. Now both of these boys have a bag out of play. Frazier throws up behind his bag with the third bag. John's in with the 10. Frazier's off to the right with a 6. Giving up 4 points, making it 16-4. Here goes Jacob, his first bag. His first bag is in. Dewey's up. He goes off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Jacob goes to the left just a little bit. Dewey pushes it on around, trying to take it on out of play. Jacob goes up. Goes in with that next bag. Dewey goes off to the right with that bag. Jacob goes in for a 10. Dewey's in for a 8. Making it 18-4 now. Here we go. John has first bag. John's first bag is in. Frazier's first bag is off to the right and off of the board. John's in with his second bag. Frazier's in with his second bag. John's in with his third bag. Frazier's in with his third bag. John's in for a 12. Frazier's off to the right, giving up 6 points. And that will be the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Jacob Gore and John McDufford are back up. They're throwing Siri and Seth Crawford. I think they're still doing their down and back. All right, so they're going to start. Siri and Jacob Gore. Jacob with first bag, and it's in. Siri's up. He sets up a level 1 block on the right-hand side. Jacob throws right up beside of it. Siri pulls that bag in. Jacob tries to push his second bag in. It goes off to the right. Siri goes between his two bags. Now Jacob crunches them up. Siri tried to push through it. He took two of Jacob's bags in, making it a 10 on 8. John McDufford's off to the left with that first bag. Seth Crawford's in with his first bag. John's up, and he sets up a level 1 block on the right-hand side. Now Seth goes up. He drags John's bag with his bag. John sets up another level 1 block in front of right beside of his other bag. Seth goes up, goes a little bit too far to the right. Seth goes up for an airmail and misses. Siri goes in with his first bag. Jacob goes up. He sets up a level 1 block on the right-hand side. Siri drags Jacob's bag and goes in. Jacob sets up on the right-hand side, still in Siri's lane. Siri drags it on in. Jacob goes in. Siri's in. Jacob's in with his last bag. Seth's up. He's off to the right with that first bag. That bag's going to be out of play. John's in with that first bag of his. Seth tries to set up a level 3 block in front of John. John goes up. He goes off of the right off of the board. Seth tries to push that bag up. He goes up, but he goes around it and goes in just about in the hole. It's sitting on the back of the hole, and it's just about to go in. It's on the slick side. Oh, and Seth drags that bag and goes in. Now John can go in for a wash here, but he's also got two of Seth's bags sitting there. He goes up. He almost goes in, but he gives up 2 points. But that's a good shot. Now we got Siri. He's up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of Jacob. Jacob goes around that bag and goes in. Siri tries to drag that bag. Jacob goes up for a roll shot, ends up landing on top of Siri's bag. Now Siri pushes that bag in and sets up a bag right in the board. Now he has an opportunity right here. Jacob, he knocks two of Jacob's bags in. It's going to be a 9 on 5. Yep. So here we go. John McDufford has first bag. John goes up. That bag is hanging on the corner. Seth goes up and goes to the right. His bag is setting up against John's bag. John goes up, setting up against Seth's bag. Seth goes in for a 3. John's up. He's in. Seth sets up a level 1 block right in front of the hole. Now John has to take that bag and go in with it, and he does. Seth has to be in to score. He goes off to the left. The bag slows down just a little bit too slow. And it's an 8-8 wash. Here we go. Jacob's first bag. He sets up a level 1 block in front of Siri. Siri goes up. He goes over Jacob's bag kindly and gets in front of it just a little bit. Then he tries an airmail drag and goes over the hole and off of the board. Jacob's in for a 10. Siri's in for a 7. Seth Crawford has first bag. John has first bag. John's in. Seth sets up a level 1 block. John goes up, pushes hard up against it. Almost pushes Seth's bag in. Seth goes up with an airmail and drags it. John goes up. He drags that bag a little bit closer. Seth goes off to the right just a little bit. John goes off to the right and off of the board. Seth goes out for an airmail and goes off the back of the board, making it a 7-on-7 wash. Siri's up. He sets up. Jacob's up. He sets up a level 1 block. Siri does a go behind. Jacob tries to go behind Siri's bag, goes over to the right just a little bit. Siri goes off the back of the board with that next bag. Jacob goes up, setting up. Oh, and Siri goes in, taking 2 bags with him. Jacob goes up for a hard push and ends up pushing the bag in, but goes off to the board. It's going to be a 9-on-7. Seth Crawford's first bag, it's in. John's first bag is off to the left and off of the board. Seth's up. He's on the right-hand side. He's on John's lane. John goes up and goes around that bag and goes in. Seth goes up. He sets up a level 1 block right in front of the hole. Oh, and John goes up for an airmail and misses. Seth goes up. He takes a bag in. He's got 8. John goes up for a 4. Siri's first bag is off to the right. Jacob's first bag is in. Siri drags that bag in. Jacob sets up a level 2 block in front of Siri. Siri pushes Jacob's bag up and goes to the right of it. Jacob goes up. He pushes that bag in and goes off the board. Siri goes up and pushes 2 bags in, drags a bag. Jacob goes in for a 9. Crawford's first bag sets up right on the front of the board. That was almost a whoopsie. John goes up. He sets up a level 2 block in front of the dead in front of the hole. Seth's going to have to. Seth steps out. He throws that bag up and he goes to the left of John's bag. John goes up. He sets up to the left of Crawford's bag. Crawford goes up. He almost takes his bag and John's bag. John goes up, dragging that bag in with his bag. leaving his bag sitting in front of the hole. Crawford drags all of those bags up. John knocks 2 of them in, and it's an 8-on-8 wash. Series first bag is in. Jacob's first bag's off to the right. That bag ain't out of play. It's still sitting there. He can grab this bag. Siri went in with his second bag. Jacob went in with his second. Siri drags Jacob's bag in. Jacob goes up, sets up another block on the right-hand side. Siri goes up real easy. Jacob goes in, dragging both of those bags, making it a 12-on-10. Here goes John. John's first bag is in. Seth throws a level 2 block up in front of the hole. John's stepping over just a little bit. He goes to the left of that bag and goes. Seth drags a bag up closer to the hole and goes in with another bag. That was a good drag shot. McDufford sits up behind Seth Crawford's bag. Crawford goes to the left and goes in with a go-around bag. John goes up. He's got the hole blocked. Jacob pushes up against his own bag. Sirius done got one bag off. He's got 2 in now. Jacob drags those 2 bags in for a 9-on-7 right now. It's a 12-on-7. Making the score now 16-13. Jacob and John have taken the lead, and we have a lead change. So here we go. John McDufford, he's up first. He throws in these bags in. Seth Crawford goes off to the right just a little bit. It's not quite out of play, but John can bully this bag over, take it out of play, but instead he goes to the left of it. Seth goes up. He throws the bag, and it flips on the board onto the slick side. John goes up. He pushes up against Seth's bag. Seth goes up to go up to the right, to the left of that bag, and ends up setting up on the front of the board. Oh, and John McDufford goes up for an airmail and hits it. Seth goes up. He misses that last shot. And I think that's an 8-on-5, giving up 3 points. And I think that put Jacob. All right, Jacob's first bag. It's over to the right. It's in Siri's lane. Siri tries to push it up and goes off to the right with it. Jacob goes up, pushes that bag in, and goes off to the right. Now, Siri caught the edge of Jacob's bag. Jacob tries to go and drag that bag by the corner. Both of them go to the right of the packing bags on the right-hand side of the board. Oh, and Jacob goes up with a hard push and drags a bag in. What a shot. Oh, and Siri tries the same thing and misses. Goes off of the board, and that's going to be the game. What'd you buy me another pack? Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
About 8 in there.
Thank you, brother. You right. Thank you. Then this Lily just walked over and had me another bag of chips. So guess what? Y'all gonna get to eat. You gonna get to hear me eat another bag of chips. All right, call your friends up. We got Jacob and Jackson Gore going up against each other. John McDufford is Jacob Gore's partner. Lee Hagwood is Jackson Gore's partner. John McDufford is Jacob's partner. Are we fixing to have some fun? So here we go. They wishing each other good luck. So guess what? These bags are live! Here we go. All right, Jacob's off to the left just a little bit, but he's sitting in his lane. Jackson goes around Jacob's bag and goes in. Jacob pushes that bag in and kind of goes to the left. Jackson goes up and he's in with that next bag. Jacob goes up. He's trying to set up a level 1 block. Jackson goes up. He pushes that bag a little bit closer. Jacob goes up and takes all the bags in, cleaning up the board in the front. But Jackson goes in for a 12. Jacob for a 10. So now we have John McDufford throwing against Lee Hagwood this round. Lee's off to the right. He's in John's lane, but that bag is out of play. John shouldn't have no problem. He goes off to the left also, but his bag's set on the back of the board. Lee's in with his second bag. John's up. He sets up a level 2 block sitting in front of the hole just in Lee's lane. Lee goes up. He pushes up against John's bag, and he's more to the center of the hole now. But John still has a bag in front of Lee's, which gives him hole control. John goes up. He pushes up against Lee's bag. Now, he has Lee's bag sandwiched between another bag of his, but Lee goes up for an air mail and hits it. John goes up. He keeps it on the board. It's going to be 4 on 6, I think, or 4 on 8. Okay, it was just 4. Jackson's in with his first bag. Jacob's off to the right with his first bag. Jackson's in with his next bag. Jacob's in with his next bag. Jackson's in with that third bag. Jacob's in with his third bag. Jackson's in with his last bag. Jacob's in with his last bag. 10 on 12. Hagwood's up. He's in with his first bag. McDufford's off to the left and off of the board. Hagwood's up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. John's up. He pushes Hagwood's bag and goes in with it. Hagwood's in with his third bag, making it 9 on 3 right now. John's in, making it 9 on 6. Hagwood's in, making it a 12. McDufford's in, making it a 9. He only gave up 3 points, and that was good. Still giving Jackson Gore and Lee Hagwood 3 points, making it 11 to 0. Jackson's first bag is in. Jacob's first bag is in. Jackson's second bag is in. Jacob's up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Jack goes up and he sits up behind Jacob's bag. Jacob goes up for an airmail, spins it off to the right, to the left of the corner of the board. Jackson goes up for a push. He hits the push but goes off the back of the board. Jacob goes up for a push. He goes off of the board, making it a 9-on-5. Lee's up with a level 1 block in front of the hole. John McDuffer drags Lee's bag in, goes in with it. Lee's in with his second bag, making it a 6-on-3. John's in. Hagwood's off to the left. That bag's going to be out of play. McDuffer goes off to the right. That bag's going to be out of play. Lee's in. McDuffer's in, making it a 10-10 wash. Here goes Jackson. He's in with his first bag. Jacob's up. He sets up on the back of the board. That bag is hanging in. Now Jackson goes up, lays up against it. Jacob goes up. He drags Jackson's bag in and goes in just a little bit. His bag is still falling. Jackson's going to get this bag here in just a sec. Jackson's in. Oh, and Jacob decides to do an airmail drag. And he hits it, and that was a beautiful shot by Jacob Gore. Hagwood has first bag. Hagwood's up. He sets up a level 3 block on the left-hand side. It's going to be in his lane. Now he's opened the front of the whole middle of the board up for John McDufford. John goes up. He lays up against Lee's bag, kindly pushing Lee's bag a little bit more out of play. Then Lee goes up. He sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole in John's lane. John goes up, dragging Lee's bag in and goes in with it. Lee goes off to the right, goes off of the board. John McDufford pushes up against his bag. He pulls both his bags in the middle of the hole. John goes up. He stays on the board. He tried an airmail. He missed the airmail, but he stays on the board for 1 point. Here comes Jacob Gore. He's in with his first bag. Jackson's off to the left. That bag bounced right over the hole, goes left. Jacob's in with his second bag. Jackson's in with his second bag. Jackson sets up a block. Jacob goes up airmail, does an airmail drag. Jackson goes in. But Jacob got 2 points on Jackson that round. Here goes John McDufford. His bag is in the hole. Lee Hagwood sets up a level 1 diamond block. Ooh, John goes to the back of the board. He tried to push that bag and ends up flipping it to us a little bit too hard. Hagwood. Now they both have a bag on the back side of the board on the left-hand side. Both bags are out of play. John's in with his last bag. Lee's in with his last bag, making it a 10-10 wash. Jacob Gore, he's up. He sets up a level 1 block. He's half in the hole. Jackson goes up. He hits Jacob's bag and goes in, but stays on the board. Jacob sets up a level 1 block. Jackson just pushes his bag right up against Jacob's bag. Jacob goes up, pushing his bag a little bit closer. Now Jackson's going to take a look at this and see what he can do here. Now, he might try a bar of soap, but then again, the way the bags is setting up, I think he's just going to do a airmail and try airmail drag, but we'll see. Oh, he tries to go around and he almost makes it, but it's just a little bit too hard. Jacob goes up with a hard push. Now he's left an opening for Jackson to cut this bag in the hole. Let's see if he can do it. See what he can do here. Oh, what a shot Jackson Gore just made. That was a beautiful shot to wash out the round. He went around those bags and he cut that bag in the corner there in that little hole. Got that bag to go up on its edge and just tucked it right in there. Like tucking the baby in at night. Here we go. John McDufford has first bag. His first bag is in. Lee Hagwood's first bag is in. John's next bag is off to the left. He went up just a little bit too hard. Lee Hagwood's off to the left also. But that bag of Lee's can be got. But John sits up beside of it. Now Lee has to decide if he wants to drag John's bag and his bag too, but he just drags his and John's, goes in, still got a bag up on the board. John's got one off. John goes off to the left. Now here's Hagwood's opportunity to score 3 points. Oh, and he does. He goes up, hard airmail, hits right beside of the bag, slows it down enough to spin it in the hole and give them 3 more points. Here we go. Jacob goes in. Jackson goes up. He's got a level 1 block. Jacob sits up in front of the hole. He's got a level 1 block. They both got the hole block. Jacob goes up. He hits the bag and goes. Jackson's bag goes in. Now both of them's got a bag sitting here. Jackson has 1 bag left and Jacob has 2. So Jacob's going to make a decision here of what he's going to do, and I think he's going to airmail this bag. Oh, and he does on backside, and he hits it clean. Jackson goes up. He drags Jacob's bag in. Jacob goes up for another airmail and misses. Here we go. Lee has first bag. Lee goes off to the right. That bag is almost out of play. John can take it out of play right here. But John goes past it and goes in. Lee goes in with his next bag. Lee goes in with his third bag. John's in. Lee's in for a 10. John's off to the left. And it's a 10-10 wash. So here we go. Jackson's up. He goes to the back of the board. The vibration of Jacob's bag almost shook it down. Jack sets up. Jacob goes around it and goes in. Now Jack's got 1 bag sitting there, 2 bags. Oh, and Jacob goes over. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Love you too. Oh, and Jackson goes off of the board, giving up 2 points. Going to be, All right. Jackson and Lee Hagwood. Oh. Oh, me. All right. Jacob, let's go, boy. So we got Jeremy Borski, David Polk playing against Jackson Gore and Lee Hagwood. They're doing their down and backs right now, everybody. So So here we go. First round. And this is live. Jackson. Jackson. All right, David Polk has first bag. He sets up a level one block. Lee Hagwood sets up a replacement. David goes in, knocking Lee's in. Lee goes off to the right. David spins that bag just a little bit. He almost spun it around in the hole, but pushes it over to the left just a little bit too far and can't grab it. Lee goes up and goes in with his last bag, making it a 10-10 wash. So here we go. We got Jackson throwing against Jeremy Borski. There's Jeremy. He's got a level 2 block sitting in front of the hole. Jackson goes right around it and goes in. Jackson's got one beautiful cut bag. Jeremy pushes both of those bags up. Jackson goes up. He tries to set up behind him, but he kind of goes to the left, leaving a little bit of an opening for Jeremy to drag all three of those bags, and he does. Jackson goes off to the right with his last bag. With his third bag. Jeremy's in for a 12. Jackson's in for a 8. So here we go. David Polk is in with his first bag. Lee's off to the left with his first bag. It's still setting up in Lee's lane, but David goes to the right, goes in real slow, drips that bag right in. Lee goes in with his next bag. David's in. Lee's in. David's in off of Lee's bag. Lee Hagwood tries to go in and ends up stopping short, giving up 4 points on that round. Jeremy's first bag is in. Jackson's first bag, he sets up a level 1 block. Jeremy knocks Jackson's bag in and goes to the back of the board. That bag is leaning off the board. Jackson goes in with his next shot. Jeremy's up. He goes off to the left again. Now Jackson's in for a 9 so far. It's 9 on 5. Jeremy goes up and goes in. Jackson goes up and it stops short. He hits Jeremy's bag and slows it down, making it a 10 on 8, only getting 2 points. And he could have 12 right there, but bag just slowed down just a little bit too much. So here we go. Lee Hagwood's first bag. It's in the hole. David Polk is in. Lee Hagwood sets up a level 1 block. David pushes it up, but he goes over into Lee Hagwood's lane. Now Lee goes up, pushes his bag in, pushes David's bag a little bit to the left. But Lee's bag is still sitting in front of the hole. David does a go around and goes around them bags and goes in. Beautiful shot. Lee goes up and he tries a drag and he ends up setting both of them bags up. They look like a shark fin on the right and look like a baby shark on the left. And guess what? David Polk throws a whoopsie, making it an 8 on 7, only giving up 1 point. Jackson's in with his first bag. Oh, and Borski throws a whoopsie. Jackson goes off to the right, but that bag's in his zone, in his lane, and it can be played. Jeremy sets up beside of Jackson's bag, but Jackson can still grab that bag, and he does. He grabs that bag and goes in with it. Borski goes up. He drags that bag just a little bit of Jackson's back. That goes in, taking Borski's bag with him for a 10. Borski goes in for a 7. So here we go. Hagwood has first bag. His first bag is in. David Polk's first bag is over to the left in Hagwood's lane. Hagwood goes up, pushes up against David Polk's bag, leaving his bag sitting in front of the hold. He goes up, he pushes David's bags up a little bit closer. David goes up the middle. He goes off to the left just a little bit. Making it an 8-8 game. Jackson Gore has first bag. His first bag is up. He sets up a level 1 block. It's a diamond block, but he's setting in that blue zone. Jeremy hits it, knocks it in, but he kind of goes off to the left, almost taking that bag completely out of play. He goes up and goes in. Jackson's already got 2 bags in. Jackson pushes Borski's bag a little bit further up the board, pushing it further out of play. Borski hits Jackson's bag, goes off to the back of the board. Jackson goes in for a 12. Borski goes up. He sets up for a 6, making it 6 on 12. Lee Hagwood's first bag. He sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Almost center of the board. David goes up, pushes up against it. Oh, Hagwood pushes his bag a little bit further, setting up behind David Polk's bag. Oh, David Polk goes up for an airmail. He hits the airmail drag, but he don't drag his bag in. Lee Hagwood goes to the right and goes off of the board. David Polk's up for another airmail. It goes in. Lee Hagwood does a drag and drags both of those bags in. Now David Polk goes, he could have went in for a wash, but instead his bag went to the left just a little bit, giving up 2 points. Here's Jackson's first bag, and it's in. Borski's bag's off to the right and to the back of the hole. Jackson's in with his next bag. 6 on 1 right now. Borski's off to the left to the back of the board. Jackson's in for a 9 on 2. Here comes Borski's next bag, and it's in for a 9 on 5. Jackson's thinking about an N1 here. Instead, he misses the N1. He hit the bag, but it didn't move it very far. Oh, and that's going to be the game right there. Borski just give up 6 more points, making it 22-8. Hey, everybody. Thank you, everybody that's listening in. So we got Jackson Gore, Lee Hagwood still up. They playing Seisu and Austin Chorus. That was a down and back for Jackson Gore, and I didn't even have it over there for you folks to watch that down and back. I do apologize. But here you go. You got Seisu throwing against Lee Hagwood. This is just a warm-up round right here. All right, here we go. Austin has 2 bags to the right of the board. He just threw the board bag off of the board. Jackson's already got 2 bags in, one sitting in front of the hole. Austin drags Jackson's bag in. This is going to be a 12 on 5. Giving Jackson Gore and Lee Hagwood 7 points. Lee Hagwood has first bag. His first bag's off to the right. Say Sue, his bag's off to the back of the board, but it's in the hole. It's just sitting there. It's going to fall. It's over halfway in now, and there it goes. He drags Lee Hagwood's bag in with him. Lee goes in with his next bag also. So he's up. He sets up a level 1 block on the right-hand side. It's out of Lee Hagwood's lane. Lee goes in. Now, Seisu has to go in and to wash it out, and he does. There's Jackson. His first bag's off to the right. It's sitting on the edge of his lane, but Austin pushes it around just a little bit, pushing it out of play, and goes in with his next bag. He goes in with his second bag. Jackson's in with his third. Austin's in with his third. Jackson's in with his fourth bag. Austin's in with his fourth bag. So Seisu and Austin have 2 to 7 now. Seisu's first bag is off to the left. Lee Hagwood is in. Seisu is in. That bag is as good as being in. Lee Hagwood hits it, knocks it in, and goes to the right just a little bit of the hole. Now that bag's still sitting in the blue lane. It's not going to be impossible for him to grab that bag. So he goes off to the left. Lee Hagwood goes in for a 10 on 8, making it 9 to 2 now. Jackson's in with his first bag. Austin's in with his first bag. Jackson's in. Austin's off to the left, to the right just a little bit. Jack goes up. Jack goes up and lands up against Austin's bag, but his bag's sitting in the hole. He does a drag. That's a 12 on 6, giving Hagwood and Gore 15 to 2 now. Lee goes in with a push and pushes his own bag in. He set that first bag up at the hole. Seisu just drags it on in and goes in with it. Seisu has a bag off to the right. That bag's out of play. He throws that bag off of the board. Lee goes in for a 12. So he goes up. 12 on 5, giving up 7 points, and that's going to be the game. Come on now. So here we go. Jackson Gore, Lee Hagwood throwing against Zach Donahue and Keith Wilkerson. Oh, my God, no. Hey, John McDufford. All right, here we go. These bags are going to be live. Got Jackson Gore and Lee Hagwood throwing against Zach Donahue and Keith Wilkinson. Keith Wilkinson's off to the right just a little bit. That bag's going to be pushed over just a little bit more by Jackson. And Jackson's going to sit up in front of the hole. Keith pushes up behind Jackson's bag, just setting it up real easy. Jackson tries to go around it and go in, but he pushes that bag just a little bit. Keith pushes it a little bit too hard and goes to the back of the board. Jackson goes in with his next bag, pushes Keith's bag in and sets up in front of the hole. Keith goes up, and that bag is just sitting there. I'm sure that bag's going to fall. Oh, and Jackson goes up, and he goes around that bag. He goes in, dragging two bags with him. And he got 2 points out of that. It was a beautiful shot. It looked to me like it was a push-cut shot. The Hagwood's off to the right with that first bag. Donahue's in, Lee's in with his second bag. Donahue's up, he's off to the left just a little bit. Now that bag still can be played. Hagwood's in. Donahue sets up a level 1 block sitting in front of the hole. Donahue goes in, making the score now 2-2. So here we go. Keith Wilkinson has first bag. His first bag's off, and it's just a little bit short, and it's to the right. It's out of play as far as he is concerned, but Jackson can hit it, so he has to be careful and be able to go around that bag. They both have a bag in a piece. Jacob has 2. Keith has 2 and 1 on. Jacob has 3 in. Keith has 3 in and 1 on. Jackson with a 12. Wilkinson with a 10. Making the score now 4-2. Hagwood has first bag. Hagwood's first bag is in the hole. Donahue sets up a level 1 block in front of the hole. Lee tries to set up behind it and goes to the right of it instead. Donahue goes up and goes between Hagwood's bag and his bag and goes in. Donahue goes up with a hard push. Oh, and Lee goes up for an airmail and he hits it. Now Donahue, let's see what he does here. Donahue goes up. He pushes 2 bags in. So it's a 10 on 8. Donahue ends up getting 2 points, making it 4-2 now. Oh, 4-4. I'm sorry, folks. So here we go. Keith Wilkinson has first bag again. He's in with his first bag. Jackson Gore's in with his first bag. Wilkinson's off to the left with his second bag. Jackson Gore is in with his second bag. Keith Wilkinson's in. Jackson Gore's in. Keith goes off of the board and to the left, and Jackson goes in for a 12 on 7, making the score now 9-4. Hagwood has first bag. Hagwood's first bag's off to the left just a little bit, but that bag's not out of play. Donahue pushes up against it. Lee Hagwood pushes up against those two bags. Now he's got a little wall right there now. Donahue could go in, and he does go in with one bag and drags Lee Hagwood's bag with him. But he also at the same, and Lee pushes that bag in and goes just a little bit too hard and goes to the left. Donahue goes up the middle. He sets up a level 1 block. Hagwood goes up. He sets in the hole now. Donahue, he goes up hard, pushes both bags in, making it a 10-10 wash. Okay, here we go. We got Jackson Gore. First bag is in. Keith Wilkinson's first bag is in. Jackson's in. Wilkinson's in. Jackson follows. Wilkinson goes in. Jackson's in for a 12. And Keith Wilkinson's in for a 12. And we have a social. So here we go. Hagwood has first bag. Hagwood's up and he's in with that first bag. Donahue does a whoopsie. Hagwood sets up a level 1 block to the right in Donahue's lane. Donahue sets up right behind of it, kindly to the left of it. Hagwood tries for airmail. Donahue pushes both of those bags in. Hagwood goes in for a 10. Donahue goes in. So here we go. It's 10-4 favor Jackson Gore and Lee Hagwood. Jackson Gore's in with his first bag. Keith Wilkinson's in with his first. Jackson's kind of to the right, just a little bit of the hole, but he can grab that bag. Not now. Wilkinson pushed it a little bit further out of play. Wilkinson's in. He pushes Jackson's bag just a little bit further. Jackson's in for a 10. Wilkinson's in for a 12, gaining 2 points. Here goes Zach Donahue, has first bag. He throws it a little bit short. Hagwood's up. He sets up on the left-hand side. It's in his lane. Donahue goes up and drags it. Hagwood's in. Donahue's off to the right, to the left just a little bit. Hagwood tries to go around that bag and goes a little bit to the left himself. Donahue's up. He goes off to the left again with that last bag. And Hagwood shoots it and goes in. It's going to be a 10-on-6. Jackson's first bag is in. Wilkinson's first bag is in. Jackson's next bag is in. Wilkinson's second bag is set up for a level 1 block. Jackson tries to go around it or roll over it. Wilkinson drags those 2 bags in. Jackson's in for a 10. Wilkinson's in for a 12. It was waving by at you. Here we go. Donahue has first bag. It's 8-14 now. Donahue does a whoopsie on his first bag. Lee Hagwood's in. Donahue's up. He sets up on the left-hand side of the hole in Lee Hagwood's lane. Lee sets one up right dead in the center of the board. And in Donahue's lane. What a shot. What a shot. It was not hard enough, and it didn't make everything fall, but it did gain them 2 points. Jackson's in with his first bag. Wilkinson's in with his first bag. Gore's in with his second bag. Wilkinson's in. Jackson's in. Wilkinson's in. Jackson's in. Wilkinson's in. And we have a social. Here we go. Hagwood's in with his first bag. Donahue sets up a level 1 block. Lee Hagwood pushes it up, but it's not out of Lee's lane. Donahue goes up, pushes up against Lee's bag, and Donahue's bag's off to the left just a little bit. Hagwood pushes up, knocks one of Donahue's bags in, and goes kindly off to the right, but it's not away from the bags. Donahue just knocks one of his and Hagwood's in. Now Hagwood's going to go up with a push. He goes in. Oh, and Donahue throws it low again and does a whoopsie. Yeah. So here we go. Jackson Gore has first bag. Jackson's up. He's off to the left just a little bit, but now that bag's not out of play. Wilkinson pulls it just a little bit closer in for Jackson to get. Jackson goes up. He rolls the bag in. Now that bag's hanging. It's barely hanging now. Keith pushes up against it to block Jackson from getting it. Jackson goes up, dragging Wilkinson's bag, but he's still got an opportunity to get that back bag. Wilkinson goes up and goes in. It's 9 on 7 right now. So here we go. Jackson's going up. Oh, he tries to drag it, and he ends up going in, but he misses his bag. Wilkinson goes up and goes in for a 12 on 10. Here we go. Donahue has first bag, and he does a whoopsie. Hagwood's off to the left, but that bag is still playable. Donahue's in with that next bag. Hagwood spins that bag a little closer to the hole. Donahue goes around it, goes by. Hagwood goes up and drags it in. Donahue's off of the back of the board again. Hagwood's in, and that's going to be the game. All right, let's see who's up next. Oh, is this the final game here? Is this a championship game? I didn't know they were in the king seat. I didn't know who was in the king seat. Yeah. All right. This is a king seat. I mean, this is a championship round right here. This is the final round, final match. Jackson Gore is in with his first bag. Wilkerson's in with his first bag. I got to reload this page. Come on now. How do I get back? Scores on. All right, there we go. We got it set back up. Donahue and Wilkerson got the first 2 points. Hagwood's up. Donahue, he pushes Donahue's bag in. Donahue goes off to the left just a little bit. Hagwood's bag. Hagwood pushes that bag and goes between them 2 bags and goes in. Donahue pushes Hagwood's bag in. Hagwood goes in for 9 on 5 right now. Donahue tries to drag that bag, one of those bags in. It's 12 on 8, giving Hagwood and Jackson Gore 4 points. So now the score is going to be 4-2. Jackson Gore's first bag is in. Keith Wilkerson throws a level 4 block. Jackson goes over it, but he kind of goes to the right. But he's in Keith's lane over there on the left-hand side. Keith drags it around just a little bit for Jackson. Jackson goes up. He drags it a little bit around further, but it's just sitting on the blue zone. So Jackson's just going to go up for a 10. Wilkerson's going to go in for a 10. So it's going to be a 10-10 wash on that round. Score remains 4-2. Hagwood's up. He's off to the left, right just a little bit, but it's in Donahue's lane. Donahue throws to the left in front of Lee Hagwood's lane. Lee Hagwood just about drug that bag in. Donahue does drag his bag in and one of Lee's. Lee goes in. Donahue's in. Hagwood's in. Donahue's off to the left, and that's going to be a 10-10 wash. So here we go. Jackson Gore. Keith Wilkerson throwing back down. Jackson's in with his first bag. Wilkerson's in with his first bag. Jackson's up. He sets up a level 2 block. And just to the right of the hole, Keith Wilkerson steps out. He goes around that bag, and he is sitting kind of in the edge of the hole there. Oh, what a drag. Jackson Gore just drug that bag in and left. Didn't even touch Wilkerson's bag. Wilkerson goes around his own bag, leaving that bag sitting there. Jackson goes up, rolls it in, and goes in for a 12. Wilkerson goes in for a 12. Beautiful drag shot by Keith Wilkerson. Score remains 4-2. Here's Hagwood. He's up with his first bag. First bag is off to the right. It's in Donahue's lane. Donahue pushes up against it just a little bit. Hagwood goes up, pushes up against it a little bit more. Donahue goes around it, puts a bag in the middle of the hole. Hagwood goes up, pushes up against Donahue's bag. Donahue goes up, drags his bag, and goes in with it. Hagwood drags his bag and goes in with it. Donahue goes off to the left and off of the board, giving up 1 point. So here we go. Jackson Gore's up first. He has first bag. His first bag, he sets up a level 1 block right in front of the hole in Keith Wilkerson's lane. Keith goes up. He tries to go around that bag, and he goes to the right of it. Now, I ain't going to say that that bag can't be got, because it can, and Jackson goes up, pushes up against his own bag. Keith tries to go around and get that bag and push it in. He does get it a little bit closer, but Jackson pushes 2 bags in and goes off to the left with 1 bag. Wilkerson goes up. He tries to drag that bag. Jackson goes in. Wilkerson goes in and drags that bag, and he gets to 1 point, a 9 on 10. So here we go. Here's Hagwood Donahue has first bag. Donahue's up. He sets up a level 1 diamond block in front of the hole on the right side. Lee Hagwood just about goes around it. He's setting up. Donahue drags both bags in, cleaning everything up. Hagwood sets up a level 1 block in front of Donahue. Donahue throws, trying to go around that bag, goes to the back of the board. Hagwood throws an airmail and hits it. Donahue takes Lee Hagwood's bag in. Hagwood's in for a 12, making it 10 on 12, giving Jackson and Lee Hagwood 2 more points. So now the score is 7-3. Here's Jackson Gore's first bag is in. Keith Wilkerson's first bag is in. Jackson's first bag's a little bit awkward. It rolls over to the right just a little bit. Wilkerson follows and goes off to the right also. Jackson goes up. He bounces around that bag, sets his bag up in front of the hole. Wilkerson goes up. He does a drag shot and drags that bag in. A beautiful shot he just made. Jackson goes up. He drags that bag just a little bit closer. Wilkerson's going to try to go around it and go in. He ends up going off the back of the board. Shot it just a little bit too hard. Making the score now 7-4. Favor Gore and Hagwood. Donahue's in with that first bag. Oh, Lee Hagwood's off to the left just a little bit. He's in with the next one. Donahue has 2 in. Donahue's off to the left, sets up behind Hagwood's bag. Now Hagwood has an opportunity here. Donahue goes up and he's in. He turned Hagwood's bag just perfect, I think, for the drag. Oh, he does, and he drags it. What a shot, Lee Hagwood. Beautiful drag shot right there. That bag had to be hit perfect to drag it on in and go in with it. He made a beautiful shot on that bag. So here we go. We got Jackson Gore. He has Wilkerson has first bag. Wilkerson's in with his first bag. Jackson's up. He cuts to the right just a little bit, but now that bag's not out of play by no means. Wilkerson's in with that second bag. Jackson goes up. He cuts to the left just a little bit, but both of these bags are laying in the hole. Ooh, and Jackson does an airmail drag and drags both of those bags in, cleaning it up. Wilkerson's in. Jackson's in for a 12 on 10. Beautiful shot, Jackson Gore. just made, dragging those 3 bags in, taking them all in, cleaning it up. That was a beautiful shot. Hagwood's in with his first bag. Donahue's off to the right just a little bit. He's still in his lane. Hagwood pushes it straighter, goes in. Donahue goes in, turning it just a little bit. Hagwood goes up, sits up beside of it. Donahue goes up. He just barely sits up beside of Hagwood's bag right behind it. Hagwood goes up and goes around for a 12. Oh, when Donahue goes in for a 10, he made a beautiful drag on that last shot. Also, so here we go. Jackson Gore's first bag is in. Keith Wilkerson's first bag is in. Jackson's off to the left just a little bit, but he's in with this next bag. Wilkerson's in with that bag. Jacob's in, Jackson's in with that bag. Keith's in with that. Be twin on 10 on 12. Donahue's first bag's up. He sets up for a level 1 block on the right-hand side. The Hagwood can push that bag over, and that's a beautiful shot the Hagwood just made. Donahue goes off to the right. Hagwood drags both of those bags in. Ooh, Hagwood tries an airmail. He's on the back side. He possibly might drag that bag in. Oh, and Donahue drags 2 bags off the back of the board on the right side. Hagwood goes up for another airmail and hits it. Beautiful shot. Jackson's off to the right with that first bag, but now hits in his lane. He can drag it. Wilkerson goes around it and goes up, sets up a level 1 block, but it's a square bag. So Jackson should, and Jackson goes around it. He pulls that bag closer to the hole, but his bag goes off. He throwed it just a little bit too hard. Keith Wilkerson drags his bag and goes in. Jackson pumping that bag in just a little bit at a time. Wilkerson goes up. He lays up against Jackson's bag. Oh, and Jackson goes up for an airmail for a 9 on 9 right now. Oh, Keith Wilkerson goes to the left just a little bit. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't transition that thing the last time. Donahue's up on the right-hand side. On the left, Lee goes in. Donahue sets up for level 1. Lee goes up against Donahue's bag. Donahue goes in. He knocks all of those bags in but one. Lee goes in, taking his bag, dragging his bag closer to the hole. Donahue goes to the left just a little bit. Now, if Hagwood can go in without taking Donahue's bag right here, this is the game. Oh, but he takes Donahue's bag with him, making it a 10-10 wash. Here we go. Keith Wilkerson has first bag. His first bag's off to the right just a little bit. That bag's almost out of play. The corner is hanging in. It could be got with an airmail, but if Jackson moves that bag in any way, it's not going to be able to get to it. So Jackson goes off to the left just a little bit. But now Jackson's bag's in Wilkerson's lane. Wilkerson has a bag in Jackson's lane, but Wilkerson's bag is further back. Now Jack just went up, and he drug that bag of his just a little bit closer. Wilkerson pushes up against it. Oh, when Jackson goes up for an airmail, he hits the bag, but he bounces off the board. Wilkerson goes up, pushing those bags a little bit closer to the hole. Now Jackson's going to come down and look at it. He's going to see if he can do he's probably going to do a bar of soap right here. So let's just see what he does here. And then again, he might not do a bar of soap, but I think he's going to do a bar of soap. Oh, no, he don't. But he pushes up against it. So here we go. We got Lee Hagwood. Donahue's in. Hagwood's in. Donahue's off to the left just a little bit. Now that bag's not out of play. Hagwood just goes right by it and goes in. Donahue tries to pull it around just a little bit. Hagwood sets up a level 2 block behind Donahue's bag. Donahue goes up. He goes off of the bag, off of the board. Oh. So Lee Hagwood pushed his bag and one of Donahue's bags in, leaving the main bag that he wanted. He wanted to push both of his in, but he ends up pushing just one, but he still scored 1 point. Jackson goes in with his first bag. Wilkerson's off to the left just a little bit. Jackson goes around that bag and goes in. Oh, Wilkerson pushes up on the bag and goes off to the right, to the left just a little bit. Now he's stepping out. He's going to try to drag these two bags in, even his and Jackson's both. So he drags both of those bags. Jackson's in. One of his goes in, but he has one setting up for a level 1 block, but it's too far in the hole to really block. Jackson goes in for a 12. Keith Wilson goes in for a 10. Hagwood has first bag. His first bag is off to the right, but that bag is a quarter of the way in the hole. Donahue sets up a level 1 block. Hagwood goes off to the right and off of the side of the board. Donahue goes in, dragging that bag in. Oh, Hagwood goes up for another airmail and misses it. Donahue's in. It's a 9-on-1 right now. Hagwood goes to the left. Oh, and Donahue is in for a 12, making it 18-20. What a comeback. What a comeback. Okay, here we go. Wilkerson has first bag. They are within 2 points of Jackson and Hagwood now. Jackson's off to the left just a little bit. Now he can't afford to miss 2 bags. 1 he can, 2 he can't. Wilkerson's up. He sets up for a level 1 block. Wilkerson stepping out just a little bit. Goes up. He pushes his bag in, but he goes off to the left up against Jackson's bag on the left-hand side. Jackson goes up. He hits his bag and rolls that bag over. He was trying to push that bag in. Oh, and Wilkerson goes off of the board. If Jackson can get these 2 bags in, they will win this game. Oh, he does it. Oh, my God, what a game. That was a beautiful shot. That was a beautiful drag shot that Jackson just made to win this tournament. They come out on top by the skin of their teeth. Oh, boy. Wow. Wow, that was an awesome game right there, that last game. All right, folks, we want to thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys out there in Facebook land. Appreciate every one of you. Thank you for your comments. Appreciate that. Want to thank all of our sponsors one last time. We want to thank Hartzell's Garage Doors, Bust You Up Cornhole, Kelly's Bars and Grills, Bag Junkies, Headlights Are Us, and Bridges Corp, and Angie's Pressure Washing. We're located at 120 Church Street Northeast. We thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you Thursday night. Be here, same time, same channel. And we love and appreciate you guys. Thank you. And good night. All right, we go stop.